This video is going to be all about tiger claws. In the longboarding community, the tiger claw is a very common, very popular trick, which means that there's just a ton of variations that kind of originate from that trick. And so before we dive into the whole idea of variations and combos when it comes to tiger claws, I want to break down what exactly a tiger claw is. The tiger claw is a hand trick in the longboarding world. You pop the board, take 2 steps, and the board does some sort of 360 spin rotation. There's the backside tiger claw, and then there's a frontside tiger claw. I'm going to share and showcase with you all how they differ from each other, how these tricks are done, again, for my beginner riders. I am going to be talking about variations in the future for this trick, and it's going to get hella confusing if we all can't understand together how these tricks are broken down. With that being said, let's talk about the backside tiger claw.
You can sleep, I don't mind where we go, can't decide. Make some sense, let's go, beat firing, forget dumb things. But now it's time to forget her.
These tricks are very similar, of course, because they're both tiger claws. The reason why I'm spending one entire video talking about these two is because they're both done in 2 completely different ways. The way you grab the board with which hand, the way you step off the board, you know which foot is going to be taking that first step. I personally like the backside tiger claw a lot better than the front side, but when it comes to variation, I find myself doing more front side tiger claw variations over backside. Oh god, this video is about to get super technical. I'm a regular stance rider, which means that my left foot will be at the front of the board with my right foot being my pushing foot. If you're goofy, it's gonna be vice versa unless you push Mongo. I'm gonna watch an iPhone clip as I kind of explain how this trick is done, just so we're on the same page. This trick is gonna happen more in front of you in contrast to the front side tiger claw, which is gonna be happening more behind you. You're gonna pop the board kind of with the mindset that you're doing a backside pop shove it, and about 90 degrees into the board turning, you're gonna grab it with your left hand. So for regular stance riders, I'm grabbing the board with my left hand. That means you're going to be grabbing the left side of the board. And then for goofy riders, you're going to grab the board with your right hand on the right side. You're just going to use your arm to guide the board the rest of the 360 degrees, letting go when it's almost completed its full rotation. While the board is spinning in the air, you're going to be taking those 2 steps. That same foot that's popping the board is going to be the foot that takes that first step. And then shortly after, it will be followed by my front foot, which will act as some sort of launcher for me to hop back on the board, catching the board with my back foot, the foot that was originally planted first on the ground. You can take your time with it, you can practice it, break it up, and then from there it's just smooth sailing. You're gonna cruise away. For both front side and back side, I use my left hand to grab the board. If you're goofy, you're gonna be using your right hand. When I go to grab a backside tiger claw, my palm is actually facing the sky. And for a frontside tiger claw, when I grab the board, my palm faces the ground. So this all leads to how the board is spinning, which direction it's rotating in. You know, backside tiger claws, the board is gonna be spinning more in a clockwise rotation, while front side it's going to be spinning in a counterclockwise rotation. I want to apologize to my goofy riders. I am explaining this trick from the perspective of a regular stance rider. I hope you all are following along, and post-production will do me justice and that this will all make sense with the footage that is being shown. Now switching back over to that front side trick, I think I've knocked out a good amount of the key differences in terms of hand coordination and how the trick physically works. Now let's kind of dive deeper into how the trick works in terms of foot placement and the steps that we're taking. When I pop the board, I'm going to be taking my first step with my left foot, so that's going to be totally contrasting from the backside tiger claw.
I bet you there's a June in Joe better. He said, man, I don't concur. I said, man, I found myself.
I hope now that you all can get a better understanding of the backside and frontside tiger claw. We'll all be on the same page when we dive more into different variations in future videos. Whether you're new to the longboarding game or you've been skating for a while now, hit that subscribe button so that we can continue our longboarding journeys together. Comment down below whether you prefer backside or frontside tiger claws. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.